run for all kinds of reasons. People take up running, especially serious running, training for marathons and that sort of thing, for all kinds of reasons. Some people are obsessive, some people are getting over a breakup, some people are addictive or are actual addicts that are replacing something more dangerous with something at least nominally more beneficial. I'm none of those things. I don't know why the fuck I do this. Seriously, I'm not a recovering addict. I'm not getting out of a breakup. I'm happily married. I'm not super obsessive. I mean, the one thing I'm really obsessed with doing in any meaningful way is read, and I read lots, but sometimes I go weeks without reading a book. And then there'll be weekends where I pound through like 8 or 9 books in a weekend. It's a thing. I get it, it's fine. I don't feel like my life is worse for it, but I do feel like, in this one small way, I'm living at a slight disadvantage than some other people. But we all have a disadvantage. And one of the things I really want is to overcome that disadvantage, is to try and do something more than I can do. And I just want to be good at something. I want to be known for something. I can't go back and do Jeopardy again. I can't go back and do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire again. But what I can do is keep myself clear-headed and in something resembling shape. I'm not going to run 78 marathons like some other people. It's 7 a.m. There's a million trucks. I'm not going to run, I'm going to run the New York City Marathon until I am no longer able to run the New York City Marathon. Which brings us to today. This is the first week back into training. I had a couple of months off that I will talk to you about. I had a couple of months where I was dealing with a company takeover attempt and dealing with the national championships of trivia in Vegas, which was lovely and is going to change. And what fell off was running, even though it probably would have been useful had I kept it going. I'd love to be part of a community, but that's not why I run either. Some people run to be part of a community, and that's why they run. That's not why I'm running. I run to meditate. I run because there's a million thoughts going through my head every day, every minute, every second. I'm living in the smartphone age, I'm living in all that age, all of this other stuff. I am firmly a Gen X person, but I am living like a millennial. And to that end, running is the one place that gives me a little bit of peace, and where I have to focus on one thing. When I run, I have to focus on running, or else I fall on my ass. And I kind of like that. I need that in my life. Here's where I brag, such as bragging matters. I've run the last 2 New York City marathons. The first one I ran in a shade over 5 hours, and the second one I ran in a shade under 5 hours. My goal this year was to run, let's say 4:30. I just turned 50, and I need to make sure that I keep all this tight, for as long as I can. I do fear death. But this 2 months off has made it very difficult. This 2 months off has made it so I'm gonna walk this way. So here's the problem. I'm 10 weeks away from running the marathon, the New York City Marathon. I'm registered, I'm going, it's gonna happen. I've set it up. No bag drop off, I'm getting the poncho, all of that. Love that poncho. I know everybody hates the poncho, I love the poncho. The marathon is 42K. It's 26 miles, 385 yards, it's 42K or so. I'm 10 weeks out, I'm having problems running 5K. As long as I've been running, which is 5 or 6 years, seriously, in any meaningful way, you know where your walls are. You know where, okay, this bit is going to be hard. This bit, past this distance, you've got to break through a bit of a wall. There's a famous wall there's a famous wall at 20 miles or so for marathoners. That one's real. I hit my first wall at 2.5 miles. That's where my first one is. It always has been, even when I'm fully in shape, even when I'm running 26. I gotta get through 2.5. Once I look down and I see I've hit 3, I feel much better. Because I'm sure there's a biochemical reason, but I just can't think of it, and I don't know it. I'll look it up. So this is my first week seriously training because we got through Kona in Vegas, and now I looked at the clock, I looked at the calendar, it was like there's 10 weeks away, and I am out of shape. I have never been so big. I've got to learn how to run again. So I've just been trying to get through a 5K. I ran an 8K last week and died 1,000 screaming deaths. I then ran a 5K this past weekend, died another 1,000 screaming deaths, and so now I'm just trying to finish a 5K at this point. And today was my 3rd try, and I did not succeed. That is not good. That is really double plus ungood. But I'll try again tomorrow. One good thing about my office is that it has a gym membership. So I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in 3 months. I put some heavy things up, put them down. That's what you do. Oh. All right. I'm gonna cut this up. I did my best. Hey, buddy. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? There you go. Oh, there you go. That's right. You're good. Right on. It's already too hot for you, and it's like it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. Look at you, buddy.